Good morning, AM Path Chat covering the FX markets. This is Bob Iacchino along with Mike Arnold. I'm going to turn it over to Mike fairly quickly, but just wanted to point out a couple of things. You've got US dollar ISM non-manufacturing number coming out in about 44 minutes from when we're recording this. So it comes out at 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And then you've got Yellen giving her economic outlook speech in Chicago. That starts at 12 noon Central Time. 1 Eastern. Those are the two big things going on today, but there is a ton of Fed speak today you're going to need to know about. Evans and Lacker are speaking today. If they say anything of note, you'll start seeing clips coming across your news screens at about 9:15 Chicago time, 10:15 Eastern time. Powell is speaking. That's another Fed governor. 11:15 Central time, 12:15 Eastern time. And then Janet Yellen's second in command, U.S. Fed Vice Chair Fisher, speaking in New York, 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 Central Time. So a lot of Fed speak today. We had Eurozone retail sales come out weak last night, and that's about it in the way of overnight news. I'm going to turn it over to Mike so he can tell you what he's seeing on the FX charts.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob. So yesterday, Euro reached down below the trend line and hit our key target and significant level. You can see that a magenta line. Now it's reversed, gone back through the 105.40 level. If we continue higher, we're looking at the next levels of 105.80 to 84 should be significant. Then you have the 21 moving average coming in. So you have a lot of overhead resistance. You have key closes up here around that 84 level. If it does get any higher than that, you're looking at 106.01 significant level and declining trend line. If we turn lower, watch for a retest of the 105.40 level, which is what I would be looking for, which is actually gaining more and more significance. And then you have a rising trend line. Pound. This is a key update today. Look at the target on that double that triggered pretty much nearly to the pip. Hit our first target, 122.16. We're going to be taking some off the table here, especially with all these Fed governors talking. So hopefully you've got some off there. Our extended target is the 121.51. We have a lot of targets down there, 121.67, 121.59, and 121.59. Sorry, 121.51, all in that cluster. So watch for that. If this does rally up, a retest of the 122.80 level can be expected, and then in a continued rally, a retest of the 123.46 level, which comes in with a declining 8 EMA. US dollar Japanese yen hit our next target to the upside, which we hit yesterday, 114.28. There's substantial overhead resistance here. If it does reach up any higher, it's looking at 114.76 and 115.32. Actually on 115.12. You have a bunch of key levels in here providing a lot of overhead resistance. On a pullback, watch for a pullback about to this trend line. And we have the rotation zone turning up. So there's going to be a fair amount of support from 113.62 to 113.36. So for any pullback trades on a scalping basis, those are going to be your targets, as well as yesterday's low. Swissy reached up to the defining point, which we pointed out yesterday, and stopped, and now is pulled back, kissing the trend line goodbye, back at a key GAN level, 101.02, and we have the rising 8. If this level does not hold, this prior breakout zone, then watch for a retest of 100.63 and the rising 21. Rotating back up, watch for a retest of yesterday's close and then the prior defining point, which is 101.40. Those are your key levels higher. Aussie next. Aussie really moved yesterday, fell through our level of 75.95 GAN level, extended down to the 200 period flat moving average where it hit today and is now rallying back. We have a hooking 50 period exponential and this 75.95 to 76 level right overhead. So if it continues rallies, that's going to be substantial resistance. If this comes back down, watch for a retest of this moving average coming in at 75.50. And then on a move lower, watch for 75.22. Finally, on the CAD, extended up yesterday, hit our upper trend line. Today is poked above it and now dropped back down. On a further pullback, we have support around the 133.62. And then on a continued pullback, we're looking at 133.21. If we do rally higher, next key level is going to be the 133.41 on a move higher. We'll do a more thorough analysis of the charts sometime this weekend with a weekend update to FX and what to look for next week. Until then, hope everyone's doing great, and I'll turn it back to you, Bob.
Thanks, Mike. In approximately 9 minutes, we'll begin the recording of a new Money Path podcast. So we'd love it if you guys would check out the old one before the new one is released sometime tomorrow. Type the Money Path podcast into Google Play or your iTunes search bar, or just download it from pathtradingpartners.com. If you're enjoying these videos, click the like button, and we'd love it if you would subscribe. After you subscribe, there'll be a little bell icon. Click that bell, because that assures YouTube will email you when we have a new video out, as these things are oftentimes very time sensitive. Follow us on Twitter, path_trading. Like us on Facebook, pathtradingpartners.com. And shoot us an email or leave us a comment in this video. Our email is support@pathtradingpartners.com. Cheers, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.